You're talking about Brian Rue.
Yeah, you invited him, and then Bridgett. I don't know anybody else. And since we've done the your magazine, Allied Command folks, we're putting this together and see how it's going to work. Because Matt and I are American Communications Online. We're out of time. So Bridgett Lynn Dolgoff has been our friend. I hope you'll stay in our group. We have the ACO Club and ACO Cosmos Conscious Consultants. CCCC. I just see that. Isn't that interesting, Ahmad? ACO Cosmos Conscious Consultants Club, which Bridgett has started with Ahmad and I somehow. I'm not sure how this is going to work. We'll have to wait and see. Bridgett, I want to have you back to discuss your multidimensional layers. Now, we're off the air as far as the computer's concerned, but real quickly before they turn me off, and I don't know when that's going to happen, folks, but because Vodcast has bought Blog Talk Radio, and it's all computer-generated algorithms. But what day did you want to have that? Was it October something for us to get together again? Except I'm going to be on your show. You invited me to be with you and Lady Horse.
So I'll pull everybody up on Skype. I think it's October. I think it's Wednesday, October 2nd. And I've got to put a thing on Revolution Radio again. And here it is. Yeah, it's going to be Wednesday, October 2nd. And so far, I have 4 other women than myself, but I'll put it on RR again, and then we'll see who shows up at the last. But mostly it's just for women to kind of talk about, how they're coping with what's going on and how they feel. And, it's just going to be a dialogue. And I'm sure everybody will kind of have a different kind of point of view. And that's kind of like why I'm doing it, is so that we can all talk about our different point of view to listeners. So.
Point of view.
All
right. Well,
it's tough right now, so we just gotta,
I'd like to have you back. So let me know when you can come back. I don't know what. I'd like you to meet Ken. I think you'd enjoy Ken. But Ken's all about the UFO business, so we have UFO Association. And then Ahmad and I are all about, I guess we were going to be about the Allied Command Organization, but I've started UFO Secret Space and Alien Contact Org and UFO this or that, but the UFO Association, and then we have Jan Aldrich on Thursdays. He likes to come in, and he's really an archivist, ufologist. Do you ever have a ufologist on your show? Anything to do with UFOs, Bridgett, on your show?
Yeah, I had what was the guy's name? He runs the Edgar Mitchell Society. Ray Hernandez, he was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I've had Randy Robert Stanley on. His dad was like big into UFO stuff, and he had Unicus magazine or something, like UFO. He doesn't do it anymore. He's kind of tired, so he just has an online website where he puts a lot of free information for people. And he doesn't really do radio or anything that much anymore. So, but yeah, I've had like a couple people on, and I have a friend of mine who he had a life-changing experience with a Squatch in British Columbia, and then because the native people really embrace, other beings and like Sasquatch, he ended up getting into more of the native community, and so now he has, native teachers who, help him and teach him a lot about the Squatch and, native stuff, so he's really into that. So I've had him on talking about the Sasquatch before. So, that's about it. The thing is that I found out that, I've contacted a lot of different UFO people, and I don't get contact back, and I without a doubt have serious issues with what's her face. Oh God, I hate her. No. She's from
you
Australia.
Must be talking
Mary
about Cassidy.
Rodwell. No, Mary Rodwell.
Mary Rodwell.
And she does a lot of like the Star Kid stuff, but I didn't have a very favorable interaction with her originally. when I reached out to them, and I didn't really like her responses and what she was responding, and it made me feel that she is probably more harmful to star kids.
Oh, goodness. Really? Wow, she's
I
really
don't
out
trust
there and well known. Very well
I know,
known
but
person
that's
in
the thing is,
ufology
I
counseling.
learned that
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that some of these people are not good, and some of
Oh.
them I'm just really careful because, of my experiences and, it's not like my star family's ever asked me not to say anything or don't talk to them. I mean, none of that ever even comes up, or you can't say this or you can't say that. Nothing like that ever comes up. But I have learned like things like NASA and, just a lot of this stuff around the universe and extraterrestrials and all this other stuff has to be very questioned. Because I also learned that from, working with Native people on heightened, energy levels, is that people like to talk to beings and sometimes channel them, and these beings are not good beings. These beings are the oldest beings that have lived here, which are more reptilian, and so they tell people things that are absolutely positively not true. And then they, a lot of them don't have bodies. A lot of them don't have biosuits, so they mess with people from, a non-physical way. So we see them as shadow people or demons, and they will try to inhabit people's bodies too, but they're just reptilians without, biosuits. And some
Well, a
of
lot of
them
those giants are still around without a physical body. They stayed here on the planet. If you read the Book of Enoch or listen to it on YouTube,
they're all dead
Book of
all
Enoch.
over the planet too. Like if you follow any of this mud fossil stuff, like Roger Spur, Mud Fossil University, he'll show you that all mountain ranges are giant meat that's been left over.
Yeah, no, he's a little questionable to me.
Huh?
He's a little questionable to me. Now, I agree with a lot of what he says, but a lot of what he says is just plain BS.
And a man will call a spade a spade.
Right.
Well,
he has DNA proof, and also they're putting
a lot
mud fossil.
a lot of it's right on now. I agree with quite a bit of what he says, but he does go
now,
out
who is
there
this
on the
we're talking about?
Yeah, I know who she's
Who are you
talking about.
Who is
Mud
it?
Fossil
What name?
I like him because he's like, more factual. At least he's like really thought about things and he actually has evidence. I try to steer away from the people who don't really have a lot of, like solid foundation. Just because I've learned like I just don't want to be mind controlled by things. I mean, that's just my opinion. So I'm like really cautious. I go more towards the people that at least I feel like have some kind of data, at least
I think
to
it's
start
Ryan
their argument.
Gable does a great series about the mud fossils.
Yeah,
I think it's Ryan.
Well, I never got the last guy, Andrew Collins, or who are y'all talking about? What the gentleman?
There's a whole movement on YouTube of different people that are going back to, what they call the Tartarian period, which was, had a lot of different heighted beings on it. And there are a lot of these giants. I mean, Roger Spur said that he has a finger sample that they took the DNA from, when he had it DNA tested, that would go to a, estimated range of height from this one finger would be 200 feet. A person that was, and we don't know what they're made.
He
we
also
don't know what
says
they're.
that there's a mummified dragon embryo in Africa that would be, like 5 countries big.
Yeah, well, the thing is that
I mean,
native
that's just
people will tell you that. Even the native people will tell you like things that, a lot of
not that big. You could
people,
it wouldn't even be able to eat any. I mean, one meal and the whole world is gone. I mean.
No, I mean I know, but I've seen some things in native folklore about how big things were originally. How big, really big things were at one point in time. But I
yeah,
think
I
the biggest
agree that
shock.
there was giants. I agree that there's definitely giants. I mean, personally,
Well, and how
I
big
come
that
from.
would have been,
I ca-
and
my
just
great grandfather was over 7 foot tall.
yeah,
Wow, really? And look, oh my gosh, Richard DeWurst
And
has the ancient
I had to
giants
have
who ruled America.
I had to have I had to have 16 teeth removed from my mouth because I had too many teeth.
Wow,
yeah.
amazing.
So I
No,
mean,
so the
this
thing is
kind of
that,
stuff
yeah,
does exist.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think another thing too that a lot of this stuff brings to fruition is that, you know, our scientists and our religions and stuff want to say that, Noah's flood, which was a worldwide flood, which I'm not so sure about that anymore from the evidence that's coming out. I think that there were individual places that went through massive and maybe wiped off the people that were there, and then it would regenerate. I'm not sure about a whole worldwide flood, but I know that something happened, and a lot of the Tartarian mud flood people are saying like a lot of this stuff happened sooner. Like the last mud flood event, which would have been like water, and then it would have turned into deep mud for a long period of time. May have happened within the last 200 years in some places, which is very interesting. But I like it because I like to I'm not so sure. I mean, I know for sure like NASA should not be. They should not. Anybody should listen to not a one fucking thing that those people say because it is. They fix
Is somebody
pictures.
working in the kitchen? Is that you and Mad working in the kitchen, or is that you?
It was
Somebody-
me. I'm sorry.
What
But
do you
the
do
thing is
working
My
in the
mute
kitchen?
was off.
We know that there has to be alternative information. But the stuff you can find out, I mean, all kinds of different theories and stuff people have. I love it. I just love it. I mean, whether it's
Well,
real,
come
whether
back
it's
and
not.
play with a Mad and I. Was it Mad or was it Ken? One of you two. I call it playing because anything that I get to do that, I don't know, is outside of just me. I'm a hermit, Bridgett. I have a real sensitive body being a psychic, which I don't like the name. We're trying to use intuitive consultants these days. But basically, we're just sensitive, empathic kind of people. But a lot of our friends, because they're mediums, say they talk to dead people, or those voices, I guess, once you lose your mind. I don't know. But anyways, I don't hear voices, so that's good, I guess. But I'd like to have you come back, and I'm putting together the Psychic University. So whatever you want to teach, I don't know what it's going to be yet. It just came into fruition I like that word, fruition. I'm going to use a lot now because I heard you say it, and I hadn't said it in years. But let's fruition something.
Let's fruition something. What are you guys? We call ourselves the fruitionists.
That's right. We're fruition. That's what we are. We are fruitionists. Yeah, fruition meaning. What does that mean anyway? Point of.
I don't know.
Most just call it insane.
Called insane. Yeah, people be going, did y'all hear those crazy people? Well, we're going to make things happen, folks. We're fruitionists. We're the fruitionist society.
Yeah, hold
Translate
on. I'm
that.
looking it up. Let's see here. See if I can look it up here. Let's see.
That's probably something like make fruit up or something.
Let's see if there's.
Fruition.
Oh wait. One second. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Project. I don't know what that means, but you said we were fruitionists.
Let's see if it has any on here.
Well, you come from California, land of fruits and nuts.
That's. I mean, yeah.
Where did we get that? Fruits and nuts. The fruitionist. But we're on the other side of the island. You're over there, but you're not in California. You're in Reno area, right? Somewhere around Nevada. Wait,
yeah.
Reno. Yeah, Reno.
Yeah, I'm in Reno.
Are you close? How far to Chico are you? Because that's where Brent Luter is. Brent's going to be one of our...
a while. I think it takes for me to get to Paradise was an hour and a half. I think it's
Oh,
like
we didn't mention
two.
Rick Miller. Dr. Rick. We forgot Dr. Rick